Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I'm so pumped you're tuning in for this one because today we are looking at an absolute paradigm shift in how we actually work. We're going to map out the exact roadmap to take you from those basic back-and-forth chat box interactions all the way up to architecting a 24/7 autonomous virtual company. Honestly, if you feel like you're just using AI as a superpowered search engine right now, well, you're in the right place. This is exactly how we're going to scale you tenfold.
All right, so let's jump right in. We've got to talk about the absolutely massive stakes in the current AI token war. Back in April, something wild happened. Anthropic actually dethroned OpenAI in business adoption. It's a huge deal. And OpenAI, they didn't just sit there. They reacted immediately by throwing 2 free months of Codex usage at companies to switch back. Then Anthropic fired right back, boosting their Claude Code weekly limits by 50%. But here's why this matters to us. Compute and token costs are just plummeting. It's basically a race to the bottom for pricing, which is the exact catalyst that makes building a massive autonomous AI workforce, like the higher levels we'll get into today, totally viable for you and me without, completely bankrupting ourselves.
So how do we actually get to that autonomous workforce? Let's walk through the progression system. Level 1 is the enthusiast phase. Right now, your AI is kind of like a brilliant, but let's be honest, completely amnesic intern stuck in a chat window. You open it up, you ask a question, you get an answer, you leave. That's it. But then you hit level 2, the beginner phase. Here you unlock projects and memory. Suddenly, your intern actually remembers your business. It knows why you made that weird decision 3 weeks ago. It's got all your reference docs on hand. And the best part, you don't have to explain your entire company's backstory every single time you log on.
Moving right along, here is Level 3, the coworker, escaping the chat box with desktop access.
Okay, so this is where things get really fun, because we are finally breaking out of the web browser. At level 3, the AI evolves into a proper coworker that actually has file system access right on your desktop. Imagine pointing it at that horrifying, messy downloads folder full of random PDFs and just saying, hey, organize this, rename it all, and give me a summary. You literally go grab a coffee, come back, and it's done. But to unlock this kind of magic, we have to talk about CLIs, or command line interfaces. Think of a CLI as the ultimate skeleton key for your AI. It lets the agent interact natively with software and websites that don't have those simple, clean APIs.
Now you might be wondering, why are CLIs such a big deal? Well, when agents try to use traditional APIs or MCPs, Model Context Protocols, they get slammed with these massive, heavy JSON files. Those are built for complex coding systems, not for our lean, paper-token AI agents. MCPs just dump every available tool description into the prompt at once, creating this horrible context bloat that literally eats your context window alive. CLIs, on the other hand, they are fast. They give the agent clean, pre-formatted text. They use local SQID databases to completely bypass rate limits, and they are natively built for agents, meaning the data payload stays incredibly light.
And to put that into perspective, the real-world benchmarks on this are just mind-blowing. Get this. Tests actually prove that MCPs use 35 times more tokens than a CLI to do the exact same task, 35 times. And it gets worse. As tasks get harder, MCP reliability tanks to about 72%, while the CLI holds strong at 100%. So if you want an efficient, reliable coworker that isn't going to randomly glitch out on a Friday afternoon, CLIs are hands down the way to go.
Up next is Level 4, the engineering team. Meet your autonomous assistants.
So we're stepping it up again. We are upgrading from that single coworker to a full-blown engineering team using open-source powerhouses like the Hermes agent. This is the exact moment you stop doing the heavy lifting and start delegating to a fleet of specialists. Hermes is incredible. It's built on 5 core pillars that make it a proactive assistant. You can even text it from Telegram while you're at the grocery store. You've got memory, which is its durable context about who you are. Skills, which are basically reusable playbooks. Soul, meaning you can tweak its personality and tone. Crons, for scheduling those proactive background tasks. And finally, the absolute game changer, the self-improving loop.
Let's look at this loop because this is how Hermes actually gets smarter the more you use it. Every single time it does complex work for you, it learns. It literally extracts the successful steps and turns them into a brand new skill. It updates its own memory with your preferences, and it logs the whole session so it never makes the same mistake twice. Just imagine having an assistant that gets noticeably faster and sharper every single week, completely on its own. No repetitive training required.
But of course, with a growing team, you need a place to put them, right? You need to build a virtual office. You do this by setting up a virtual private server, say on Hostinger, which acts as your secure digital building.
Then you put every single agent, like your marketing agent in one room, your finance agent in another, into their own isolated Docker containers. I can't stress this enough. Security is absolutely crucial here. Keeping them isolated locks their API keys securely inside separate files, meaning each agent only has access to what it absolutely needs. You are completely wiping out the risk of one rogue agent leaking all your sensitive passwords.
Meanwhile, back on your actual laptop, you can take this multitasking to the extreme with Claude Code. Power users right now are commanding up to 5 Claude Code agents to work at the exact same time. By using work trees, you can spin up totally isolated environments. You could have one agent building a new feature, a second one squashing a bug, and a third writing up security tests, all simultaneously, and they never overwrite each other's work. It's wild.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Running 5 AI agents at once sounds like you're just going to become a very stressed out babysitter. But to prevent that chaos, Claude Code introduced this brilliant agent dashboard. It's a single, super clean interface where you can monitor everyone's real-time status. You can see who's working, instantly unblock an agent that's stuck, and just seamlessly tap through your parallel workers using your arrow keys. It keeps the whole shebang organized and, more importantly, keeps you sane.
Which brings us to the top tier. Level 5, the architect, the final AI frontier.
This is the summit. You are no longer just managing. You are the architect of an entire 24/7 autonomous system. You aren't manually clicking run anymore. At this level, your laptop is closed, it's in your bag, but the work is still happening. You unlock cloud routines that just live on your servers perpetually. You set up triggers, so say the second a new pull request opens on GitHub, bam, your agent wakes up and reviews the code. You've got safety hooks acting as guardrails to block any weird terminal commands. And maybe most importantly, task budgets. This links right to your wallet, giving your agents a strict spending limit so you don't wake up to a surprise $10,000 API bill.
But we have to talk about the elephant in the room. Building a system like this introduces a massive psychological barrier. As our source material puts it, handing the steering wheel to a system that runs while you're asleep feels reckless. And they hit the nail on the head. Letting an AI operate your business without you watching its every move, it feels completely crazy at first. The bottleneck at level 5 isn't the tech anymore, it's entirely about trust.
So, here is the final thought I want to leave you with in today's explainer, and it's a bit of a challenge. The technology to scale yourself and 10x your productivity is literally sitting right in front of you. It's ready to go. The question is no longer, can the AI do it? The real question is, how quickly are you willing to test the waters, build that trust, and finally let the AI take the wheel while you sleep? It's a big step, but I highly encourage you to start small and see for yourself. Think about it. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and I will catch you in the next explainer.